Alright guys, we've got another vacuum that I got. This one ordered from Amazon. This is the Bissell Pet Hair Eraser Dual Brush. So, how about we unbox this thing? Alright, let's get this together. So here's the canister right here. We got our power head. Look at that. Oh yeah. Got two brush rolls, as you can see right there. Soft roller in the front, and you got your regular brush roll in the back for the heavier debris. And let's open this up actually. That is super clean. Look at that. And then let's check our HEPA filter. Alright. Extremely clean, yes. Okay. Look at that. That was a quiet click. Huh. Hold on, I don't want to break it. There we go. Alright. Clean on the bottom of the container or the bin. Snap this on here. Like so. And then let's get our wand. Oh, what is this? Instructions. Alright, well. Okay, that just launched and hit my arm. Whatever. Alright. This will snap in right back here. There we go. And then get our hose. I don't even really need an instruction manual because I already know how to do this stuff straightforward. Got your hose right there. Alright. This part would go on the back. Alright. I guess I do need an instruction manual, since that's the part. And this is the part that would go on up here. Push, turn, there you go, and this part would just push in. And I gotta get this off because I don't want to look at that and have my OCD freaking out. Alright. Then we got our turbo brush right here. So this is belt driven. Apparently, from what I remember, there's no batteries in this. Alright, fair enough. Hold on. This would open it up. I don't know why it's not opening. I thought it was. Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess I was covering the battery, that little thing. So we'll just put this right back on, like this. Like that, and then we'll turn this. Make sure it's all on properly, because I don't want no malfunctions to happen. That doesn't look properly to me. Hold on. There we go. Then we'll just turn this guy back, lock it in place, and then this would go up and down, I guess, depending on the type of flooring you're using. There we go. That little white strand of tape was blocking the connection. That's why it wasn't working. I'd imagine imagine that would go right here. Perfect. Alright. I bet you the year 26. It should. I can't see why it wouldn't. Yep. Oh, that was made January 9th, 2026. So does this mean, I could be wrong, but does this mean that this is the 47th model made? Because if so, that's crazy. And this is model 42943. This is what the machine looks like zoomed out. It is a very nice looking Bissell. And one thing I want to mention that I didn't say is, yes, I usually get vintage stuff, but I was pretty interested in this Bissell since it has 2 brush rolls. So I'm curious how this will work. So hopefully this is worth the buy of getting this Bissell. And yeah, how about we test it out and see what it's capable of, because the floor is pretty dirty. Alright, let's see how this thing does. No, don't worry, I didn't forget the crevice tool and the upholstery brush combo. Let's see if we can get it in there since the wire is stuck in the middle, or if it's going to be a pain. There we go. Alright, now let's use this thing. Alright, let's see what we're working with control use wise. So, hard floors or bare floor, low carpet, plush carpet. Alright, we're going to keep it on low carpet, and then here's our on and off switch right here. And this has surface sense from what I remember reading, and it also has lift off, so you can use that on stairs. Is this the lift off feature? Yeah. And then this will take the hose off. Alright, and then you just step on the head and it will just recline back just like that. Alright, like what I said, the room's a bit messy, so let's see how good this thing is. Okay, not bad. Definitely got some crunch going on, as you can listen. Piece of debris is not going to get picked up, so let's see what's going on. I forgot to mention, this is Bissell's flagship model of this vacuum. So this is one of the best out there by Bissell. seems like it's doing a pretty good job so far. One thing I like about this compared to the Shark Detect Pro is when you put it back in its upright position, it doesn't want to propel itself forward. So Shark, you got to fix that with your Detect Pro. Yep, it has swivel too. In some spots it does take about 2 or 3 passes, I'm going to be honest. But it still does an excellent job. It's smooth when you're transitioning from carpet to rugs. Let's try to vacuum over here because I know it can really get bad right here. Actually quite surprising, this model. Oh, there we go. We got a flop right there. Hold on, I'm having some cord problems here. It's all getting entangled a little. Try a little bit bigger pieces of like this wrap. some debris does bounce that it ran over and couldn't pick up. I'm gonna be honest about that. So from what I read, this has a 30-foot cord on it, which is plenty. Alright, crunch right here, listen. We got hair right here. Let's see how this works. Okay, got right in. Alright, let's see how it does on bare floor. Boom. Alright. Surprised when I got that between the rug and the carpet when it was hovering between it. Let's see about stuff against the wall. Let's see how it does. Okay, seems like it struggles a little bit. Let's try something like against a soft cushion. Yeah, it struggles to get stuff on corners of walls or furniture. I'm curious about this low pile plus carpet. Let's see how it does. Those groove lines are pretty interesting. They look cool. Okay. That's what it picked up. Didn't do pretty bad. This is what the carpet looks like that it's cleaned. It didn't do that bad actually. Now let's do a little bit of hard floor testing and see how it does. Let's say you made a mess on the floor. For example, if you were trying to hypothetically empty out the dustbin in the trash can and you missed. Well, how good does it clean hard floors? Let's find out. This thing does absolutely wonderful on hard floors, as you just saw from its pickup. How about the turbo brush on this cushion? You can see there's debris everywhere. Let's see how good this thing does. Alright, not bad. Let's try this part. Okay. Turbo brush does actually really good. Okay, so far I'm impressed. Let's try some crevice cleaning. The back here is really nasty. Alright, well, let's move on. This is all the debris we picked up. Pretty surprising. Now, let's check the underneath of the brush roll and see if there's any hair wrap. Hair wrap, let's see if there's any. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Got a little bit right there. Got some hair right there. Let's spin it. Yep, we got some more right there. Yep, a little bit more hair wrap, as you can see. Soft roller. Any hair wrap? No, looks pretty clean. Oh, what happened there? I like got pushed in a little right there. I don't know what happened. Anywho, other than a little bit of hair wrap on the brush roll, I would say that this is a pretty good vacuum, as you saw. Now the Shark Detect Pro, I'm gonna be honest, did a little bit better than this, but this is still a really good vacuum. So, would I recommend it? Yeah, it's definitely a great machine. I really like the front soft roller because it's always so satisfying watching all that debris, especially on hard floors, getting pulled in right in the vacuum. I've always thought that was satisfying when I used the Shark vacuums with Do a Clean. So, yeah. Like what I said before, this is Bissell's flagship model. So, it's definitely a pretty good vacuum. Sometimes, not always, at most 2 to 3 passes to get a spot, but if you're going slow, you can probably likely get in 1 pass. So as you can see for the soft roller, it's definitely closer to the carpet than the Shark Do-A-Cleans are. When it comes to hair wrap, as you saw, it's little to no hair wrap, and which is honestly not that bad. Has HEPA filter. I didn't demonstrate a lift away feature on it, but all you just do is lift. You do this, even though I'm using one hand. Well, hold on. Take it off like that. You can use it on stairs because the motor's connected to the canister. And once you're done, hold on, connects right back as such. And once you're done, you can just store your vacuum right back. So as of now, these vacuums are on sale for $249. They retail for $299.99. So yeah, this is Bissell's most expensive upright vacuum that I could find. Like what I said, do I recommend it? Of course. The turbo brush has headlights on it, battery powered, definitely useful for spots you can't see. And in your tools, you got your upholstery brush, and you have your crevice tool combo, which is really handy for spots that you can't get or that need cleaned. So yeah, that is a video of my new Bissell pet hair eraser dual brush vacuum. I would say it's worth getting.